Okay, Darth Wiz. It's been a week or so since I've done a review. Still taking a break from Star Wars. Sorry, guys. I gotta do it. I just, there's so many other cool lines out here. And I caved on this about 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. I picked up a Superman. Card's actually a little bent. Wouldn't mind getting another one. This one I ordered on Amazon for this Batman, this Dark Knight, McFARLANE Toys. And I was going to pick up this whole wave from Commodore, but by the time I was going to pull the trigger, I was busy with other things and I didn't do it. And then when I went to, it was sold out. So, and there was more than enough time for me to do it, but I had other stuff. Anyways, this Batman looks awesome. I don't know. I've heard he's an exclusive. I don't know if that's true. I love the comic art here for the Superpowers line. There's a few more in here I'd like to get. Maybe that number 7 Superwoman. Would like to pick up that Robin number 20 for sure. I have seen the lighter versions here, number 12, 13. I don't know if I've seen that Superwoman there too, but I wouldn't mind picking those up as well. I'm trying to remember who that number 21 is. Is that who is that? Is that the guy from X-Men where he takes off his visor and he blasts people with his laser eyes? I don't know. Now, there's two different Supermans. There's the one Superman that's sort of lighter blue and then the darker blue. I'd like to see those kind of in comparison. There's this one here, which is, I think, number 18 for a Batman. I think that's more of a recent comic, maybe 90s or something, like late 90s Batman version. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. For me, it was Batman 89. I love that movie. Kim Basinger. Billy D. Williams was in the film, too. He played, I think he played the mayor. So it's just, I love that Batman 89. Jack Nicholson. And it was just, that was a good movie. And I thought they hit it out of the park. I mean, they could have gone darker in that film, which would have been interesting, but for general consumption, if you're a 10-year-old kid at the time or 11 when that, I think, movie came, obviously Batman 89, and that was like one of the first most massively promoted films. Like, it was a whole new level of promotion sort of in film history, I think. But this Superpowers line has got me, so I wouldn't mind getting some more of these. I love the art on these. So I'll get a few more of these, and I think these are going to look great. Wouldn't mind picking up a couple extras just for loose collection. Now, I believe it's based on the 1984-85 line of Superpowers. Don't quote me completely because I'm not 100% sure. I remember I had these like very vividly. I bought a bunch of these, and I was actually traded these in. Or I didn't trade them in, but I sold them, I guess, to somebody else and got a little bit of money for them. And they were in such good condition, almost, it was able to help me afford my first X-Wing, which is kind of a funny story that goes along with the Luke X-Wing pilot with that, but that I've said in the past. But anyways, love this. So I'll get a few more. I would shout out to Desert Hunter there. He's kind of got me going on... he was showing me that the gold edition of the Batmobile there, so I think I might pull the trigger on that. And I wouldn't mind getting a Michael Keaton there of NECA or something really good, because that was I love that. I still watch that once every decade or so now. But that was a great film, and I just loved that film. The second one was interesting. I didn't really like the second film too much because I think the guy who played Danny DeVito, was it Danny DeVito? Yeah, I think it was Danny DeVito. Yeah, it is Danny DeVito, and he played the Penguin. And I thought he was so rancid. It kind of like turned my stomach. But I was just so excited for when he finally gets killed. But anyways. The Penguin. But Christopher Walken was in that movie, and he's a great actor. But I appreciate that film a lot more. And of course, you had Michelle Pfeiffer playing Catwoman, who was smoking hot too. But back to Batman 89. I wish they would do a Kim Basinger But I remember I had the Batman '89 line. I don't think they did that many figures for them because I remember I had Batman. I think I had Bob, you know, Jack Nicholson's real life friend, and then the Joker, the Jack Nicholson figure or whatever. But I think they were sort of. I think it was kind of like that line was kind of almost like mixed in more towards the comic book, but it was supposed to be based on the movie. I don't know. I have to look at those figures again. Actually, I remember I had them and gave them away to, one of the charities. I think it was the Salvation Army or something. I didn't really want to do it, but I was just like, oh, okay, some kid probably wants them. Now I want them back or want them again. So I wouldn't mind picking up some of those in the future again. But anyways, this is a really cool line. So I think I'll get a few more of these, as I mentioned. Something to consider, not just Star Wars, and give it a chance. And shout out to GeForce Racing 20. I've been seeing some of his videos, and he seems to collect a lot of other stuff. And some of the new Star Wars media, guys, I got to tell you, man, they're making it for a totally different generation, and they got their ideologies there that they've literally told you. If you just listen to what Kathleen Kennedy has said publicly, I don't know. It seems like guys are holding on to it for, I don't know why. But anyways, there's more than enough stuff out there besides that, so they can have that. And I'm going to put my budget to some other lines. And like this one, I want to pick up some more comic books, because when I set up my my kind of mixed area of non-Star Wars, probably in the garage, I think I'm going to have a lot of this stuff put in there, and I'll get some plastic cases for these to keep them kind of protected, and I think that'll just about do it for me. But anyways, I think that wraps it up. I'm waffling on, ranting here, and you guys don't want to hear that. So I think this is, if you've kind of seen these and haven't really looked at them, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I mean, why turn down this line? It's great. It harkens me right back to that 84, 85, and it's great. I mean, I don't know if I really want to spend money on the originals too much, but for ones like this, and these are also great, perfect openers, and you put them on your shelf or whatever, and why not? Batman's kicks ass. So there it is, Darth Wiz. I will continue this break from Star Wars for a while, and then I will circle back, but just going to help spread the disease for some of my Star Wars enthusiasts to also consider other lines, so you don't feel like you've kind of walked by them in the aisle and you just said, forget it, I've done that too, and I've kind of thought twice about it and said, you know what, picking up the odd one is okay. Why not? Because they're there now, and I don't know how long this will all last, right? Before you know it, a couple years goes by and you never really thought about it, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, I want some of that stuff, because if everything's just Star Wars, it can get not that it will get dull, but you're passing up on a lot of cool stuff. So there it is, 9 minutes of me blabbing. Darth Wiz.